2024 is definitely the year of the RTS, and this Steam's Next Fest offers demos of many upcoming real-time strategy games between the 5th and 12th of February, and some that you can even play outside this time limit. Let's start with the RTS games whose demos you might not be aware of, like Global Conflagration. It has a mix of several gameplay elements you will recognize from past RTS games, like base building with a power system, fast-paced modern combat, flags you can capture and gain resources from, launching special weapons at enemies, or boosts for your own units. The three factions, called European Defense Union, Carpathia and Vanguard PMC, all have special weapons with unique effects now, and that is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the extra polish this game has received since its last playtest, including a replay system. There are many types of different infantry, vehicles, helicopters and jets spread across these three factions, some of which have special abilities, but these are not especially powerful, so they enrich the gameplay rather than becoming its focus.
Time to unleash the full potential of our force.
Both PvP multiplayer and skirmish versus the AI allows up to 4v4 matches, and there are no unit limits. This newest gameplay trailer is a small work of art itself and ends with an announcement of early access in 2024. Godsworn is the upcoming base-building fantasy RTS made by a similarly small indie dev team like the one behind Global Conflagration, and also planned for 2024. Its demo during Steam's Next Fest will let you play with the heroes Sol and Menes. These belong to the Baltic Tribes faction, which consists of both humans and mythical creatures, while the other faction is called Crusading Order. Unlike the previous game I showed, this one has a limit on units, and these, as well as heroes, have abilities which are quite potent. The worshippers, which are part of the economy mechanic, also have a limit to them, and they are directly connected to the huge shrine which is your HQ in this game. The unique system of these shrines and worshippers is present in all game modes. On the other hand, just like in Global Conflagration, you can only expand if you take control of the map and the resources spread about it in their many different forms, like food or ore. These are protected by creeps, meaning you can't just walk up and take control of them, but have to conquer them, or slip behind your opponent like a knife in the back as he tries to do so. Red Chaos The Strict Order is another fast-paced RTS with modern units, including full base building with walls, defensive towers and super weapons. It has two factions, the Iron Hand and the Resistance. Units here have abilities, as does your HQ, and there are additional call-in strikes, while the economy is based on a single resource, money, gained from collecting and refining oil.
Let me defeat them.
You can send engineers to take over automated oil rigs for additional passive income, but you can also construct buildings in your base which do the same. There is no navy in this one, but varied infantry, vehicles and air units, including those that blow up on contact with the enemy or snipe them from afar. Red Chaos offers both skirmish and multiplayer modes on several different maps and has a wealth of options when it comes to its AI bots, which are very capable opponents, something I can claim from personal experience with the game. Stormgate is probably the biggest RTS name of this Steam Next Fest, and it will open the doors to its active closed beta for this single week. There you will find a mix of a fantasy and sci-fi game, which is quite fast, requires proper micro skills and features two factions, the Infernal Host and the Vanguard. The available modes are the 3-player co-op versus AI, where you can use the two playable heroes, Blockade and Malak, the competitive 1v1 mode played with no heroes, and custom lobbies with lots of different maps. These heroes do have powerful abilities, and no small number of regular units also have different abilities. Workers constructing buildings, collecting resources and being attacked by early rushing scouts are the common sights of Stormgate and all the older RTS games it is inspired by. Creeps spread across the map, guarding boosts you can use are another feature of such games, and Stormgate as well. I need to also mention that this is one of the most advanced RTS games in development when it comes to the technical side of making such games and creating all the back-end systems and services for a smooth multiplayer and general gaming experience. 9-bit Armies, a bit too far, is as classic an RTS as they come, but not without a few surprises hidden behind its voxel graphics. Its Steam demo will feature the first 3 missions of the campaign and the challenge mode. I have had the opportunity to play it ahead of time and will give a more detailed breakdown in another video, but I want to say that despite not taking many risks, the developers have managed to create a fun experience without heroes, abilities, or any other more modern systems. Relying on old-fashioned humor, hard counters, fast and furious combat, air, naval and ground modern warfare including super weapons, and with an unlimited unit count. With 2 factions, the Overlord and Sentinel, and 1 resource, money gained by refueling oil, 9-bit Armies doesn't innovate, but it does throw a few curveballs with expanding build ranges, mega structures, switching parallel unit queues for fast recruitment, and purple monsters. Ratten Reich is very rich in original lore, something every good RTS game requires, while featuring several humanoid animal races at war in the dieselpunk/steampunk world. These include rats, mice, roaches and lizards, all of them using different and for the most part uniquely stylized weapons of war. Besides Global Conflagration, this is one of the rare RTS games where infantry units are organized into squads, and like in that game, here they also capture and hold points to accumulate resources. There are tanks of course, and all sorts of other vehicles with artillery and naval units. Now, a number of RTS games have been already playable before the Steam Next Fest, but have now added new versions of their demos or just updated them, and this is why I want to mention and recommend them to you. Zeta Leporis RTS is a space-based strategy game which is focused on starship combat on a large scale, and its single-player mode features up to 11 AI opponents on a fully random map. Its developer also wants to fully simulate resource supply chains with autonomous cargo barges, making logistics matter in each playthrough. There is a wide array of starships already in-game, but the work continues on other fronts like the tutorial, UI, unit command options, and the AI. Moduwar is an RTS about an organic creature which represents both your HQ and your units, and it has the capability to breed, divide, and combine. That creature is called the Modu, and it represents the core of the gameplay, while its organs and extensions let you manipulate the world and the map you play on. It is a very novel approach to game mechanics for an RTS, and I have been eagerly awaiting to see what RTS fans are going to think of it. Annihilate The Spance is a 3D space RTS which heavily leans on both base building and big fleet battles. The 3 factions, called the Kontalan, Valkyrie and Tychon, are at each other's throats and throw everything they have in this 3-way fight. This includes drones and light attack craft, to corvettes, destroyers, battleships, and even giant capital ships, all flowing in every direction from a huge and continuously expanding base and its many space docks with the sole aim of destroying the enemy's base. Nuke Them All has some similar ideas, but it is much more grounded, figuratively and literally speaking, as its battlefields are on the ground and between all sorts of land-based units. Time is the main resource in this RTS, as your side must conquer territories to reduce unit production time, pump out more of them, and snowball your way to victory. There are more aspects to it, like unlocking secret weapons and tech, as well as nukes. Lots and lots of nukes. Lastly, I have to mention the open beta of Broken Arrow as the bonus for this video, considering this modern and rather more tactical real-time game is open for everyone to try out and enjoy its 5v5 multiplayer. This is part of the multiplayer beta and it contains no single-player content. Such is the overwhelming number of players looking to get into the action on 6 different maps and with 2 factions, that servers are stressed to their breaking point. As the USA faction, you can play as the US Marine Corps and Armored Forces, while when using the Russian faction, you pick the VDV, which are the airborne forces and guard tanks. Especially interesting is micromanagement and equipping your chosen army before every battle, down to each unit's weapon, armor and defense system. I have been able to play more than a few matches before, and while the game might make your PC sweat due to the huge maps and large numbers of units in combat, it is also very fun to play. For more info about these and other new RTS games, check out my videos linked here as cards on the screen or down in the description. Thank you for watching and happy gaming!